Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mooney and today we're going to do another DIY recipe. Excuse me. So today, this is a recipe that's not for me. One of the things is that I make recipes for my fiance. She lives with me, and this is one that was created specifically for her. She even named it, so the joke in the name is not mine. If there's any offense taken to the name, I didn't do it, she did, blame her. But this recipe is called Passionate Mango Shisha. It is a passion fruit, mango, and Shisha Vanilla. So the initials for it are P.M.S. That's what she called it. This is her little joke. And the recipe was actually based on a CBD flavor that she bought. This has honeysuckle in it, so it's got kind of a floral undertone to it because the CBD juice did, so more than likely that was the CBD in it that gave it that floralness, but we recreated it using TFA's honeysuckle. So let's go down to the mix on it, and then when we come back I'll talk some more on it and I'll even vape it. Alright, so this is the P.M.S recipe. It is passion fruit, mango, and Shisha Vanilla. This is one that I specifically made for my fiance. This one she really likes a lot. So our first ingredient is Capella's 27 Bears. This is a strawberry pineapple gummy bear from Capella. We're putting in 0.5%. It's just kind of for that candy gummy mouthfeel to it. So we want to put in 0.32. As usual, we're making a 60 ml. So we don't want a lot of that in it. Our second ingredient is to give it a the moisture and the and all of that. The the cactus, inaware cactus. I use a lot of this stuff. It's really good. We're putting in 0.25% of that just to moisten up the mix. 0.16 is what we're looking for on that. Alright, so there's that one. And now, we're going to add something a lot of people don't like, but it works really good in this recipe, and of course my fiance really likes this, and this is honeysuckle. We're going to use 0.5% of this, which is 0.32. And the thing about florals is they get really overpowering really fast, so they're really nice to use underneath for a subtleness in it, but you do not want, well, most people do not want, taste is subjective of course, but most people wouldn't want the floral flavors as the main note. So next we're going to add our passion fruit, which is the Flavor Art passion fruit. And we're going to add 1.5% of this, which is 0.97. Of course, it's Flavor Art, and as with most of Flavor Art, not all, but most Flavor Arts, it's pretty potent. This will be one of the major flavors in this, even at that small of an amount. Alright, next we're going to put in our vanilla. And for our vanilla, in this one we use the Shisha Vanilla. This is Inaware's. And this is where we got the name from for it. She's actually the one that named it. This was not my joke, it was hers. So 0.67 is what we're shooting for on this one. Alright, now we're going to put in our, okay, almost missed one there. Next we're going to put in our sweetener. Not a lot of sweetener, 1% of it, which is going to be 0.80. And again, remember to go slow if you're using the Sugar Daddy, because it is VG based and not PG based. I've talked about why I like Sugar Daddy in recipes and all of that. It's less artificial tasting. So now we're going to layer in our mangoes. The main one that we're going to use is Capella's Sweet Mango. This is our main flavor on it. This is 5% of this one. 3.21. For most flavors, this would probably be a little bit, actually for most flavors this would be very high. But it works in this recipe with this flavor. Mangoes can be a bit twitchy in the final flavor in it. But this is what she wanted. She wanted it turned up, so I turned it up. And like I said, she wanted it turned up, so we're going to layer in the mangoes, and we're going to add just a little bit of the Filipino mango. We're going to add a 0.5% of it, which is 0.34. Alright, and I'm going to put the VG and PG mix into this. I'm not going to shoot that as usual. I'll see you back up top to shoot the before and after. Okay, so that was the recipe that I made for her for the P.M.S. Let's go over the flavors right quick. First of all, 27 Bears. 27 Bears is a gummy bear flavor from Capella. It's strawberry and pineapple, and it's got kind of a gummy mouthfeel, of consistency. There's not much of it, just a little bit, just to kind of smooth things out on it. Then there's also just a touch of cactus in it. The cactus and the gummy bear actually kind of take that funk off of the mango, especially at this level. But that's the way she wanted it. She kept wanting me to turn up the mango, so I turned up the mango. But we'll get to that. The next one is a 0.5% of honeysuckle. If you like floral, you could go a little bit higher, but I wouldn't go much more over 0.75%. Excuse me. That's just for that floral undertone. It also distracts from that odd mango flavor. The next being the Passion Fruit by Flavor Art. The Flavor Art Passion Fruit is pretty potent. In very low levels, it adds moisture, makes things feel like a drink recipe instead of a candy recipe. In this, it was a mango passion fruit that she got, and so we put in that one, and we got it as close to what that one was as we could. The Shisha Vanilla. The Shisha Vanilla is another thing that rounds out the flavors. Unfortunately, it does add a bit of steep time. This is generally, for the most part, a fruit mix, so normally it would be kind of an overnight steep on it, but in order for that Shisha Vanilla to really do its job, rounding out the edges, taking that, well, let's face it, it's mango. It's taking the cat piss out of the mango. That's what it's there for. That's what it does. I recommend a minimum of a week steep on it because of that. The Shisha Vanilla is a nice warm vanilla touch, just the slightest touch of peppery spiciness on the exhale, but it works in this recipe. So after the Shisha Vanilla, of course, we have Sweetener, and then we have the 2 mangoes. So we took the Capella's sweet mango as far as we could in this mix without it becoming so chemically that it was just bad. But she wanted just a little bit more than what that was, so I maxed that out to a point, but we came back underneath it with the TFA's Filipino mango. It's only 0.5%, a little over 0.5%. It's 0.55 on that. Just to boost up the mango again and to give it a little bit more of an orangey flavor. The Filipino mango is kind of a tangerine aftertaste to it, so it took the mango up to the strength that she wanted it for her choice, for her vape. For me, I probably wouldn't use mango at all because I don't really like it. But if you're not a huge mango person, you can probably cut the sweet mango down to 2%, 3% maybe, in that range, and leaving the Filipino mango about the same. Again, going back to my callback, I should say, to my first video, taste is subjective. Everybody likes different things. So this just isn't mine vape, it's hers. The recipe was created specifically for her to mimic the one that she had. Of course, this is a non-CBD version. This is just the flavor that she was getting. But she likes it, so I've got it juiced up here on the Wasp Nano. Yeah, that's all her. That's all her. Yeah. I go back to my toffee. Yeah, much better. But yep. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to pick up the merch. The link's down below. CASA and all the usual advocacy links are down below. The links to all my other social media are down below. Her Vinted store is down below. All that stuff is in the description. Hashtag Alabama Vape Mob to find me on all my other social medias if you just want to do it all at once. That links to my Facebook page, Instagram, Twitter, and of course all of my YouTube videos. So again, thank you so much for joining me today. That was her recipe, or that was my presentation to you of her recipe. If you really like mango, give it a shot. If you don't, drop the mango down real low and give it a shot. It is, for me, a nice use of the floral. The honeysuckle in it is honeysuckle. It's pretty damn good as if you're looking for the honeysuckle. It's a nice floral if you want a floral vape. That's kind of all I got for you in this video. Stay tuned, I've got another one coming up shortly. And as always, y'all have a good one and be safe out there.